Deepayne on the beat. I'm gonna show y'all how to export wet and dry stems today, right now. A little over a minute, but I get y'all straight.
Rock me, baby.
You need a beat.
That's how you export in FL Studio. Hopefully, like, top, comment, whatever you want. Deepayne on the beat. Got some wet, dry stems today. We're gonna see how to export them. The way if a rapper hit you up and like,
Hey, I love that song. Send me the stems for it.
what?
I think we need a break.
Hit me up, I got you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go. What happened is, you make your beat, do your thing, however you want to do it, however your song go. Once you make your song, an artist hear it and they like, oh, I like that song, but I don't like when the beat goes whatever it does. And then you're like, I want to change that part. So in order for him to change that in FL Studio and any program, you need the stems.
Oh, stems.
You got wet stems and you got dry stems. Your wet stems are the stems that come with the music, with the sound that you are giving to the person. They got to keep your sound. When you get the dry stems and you send them the dry stems, they get the whole project that you're sending them, but they also get to change the sound quality and the sound that you make into their own sound. What you need to do is not only send them the wet stems, but also send them the dry stems with whatever track you're going to send them to, and we'll get them straight, and they'll be able to change, do whatever, or keep the same, but it will not affect the way that you get paid. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
All right, let's get right into it. You know, wherever you're going to save it, you need to go there right now, and you need to make you a folder, a new folder. I'm going to put mine on my external drive right now, but I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get a new folder, and I'm going to bring this new folder out, and I'm going to name it, we're going to go with test run, because we just ran the test, and it's a beat that I already started. I'm not finished with it, so we're just going to make that work for right now, you know what I'm saying? But name it test run. Then you want to go inside that folder, test run, and you want to name a new folder. Get you a new folder out, and we're going to name this folder for the stems. We're going to name it test run wet stems. Test run wet stems. That way we know. Make sure you put test run in front of wet stems, because wet stems will keep getting repetitive and you'll lose it somewhere. So you got test run wet stems. Now you want to come over here and you want to make you another folder, and you're going to a new folder right there. Bam. We got two folders. We're gonna name this one test run dry stems. So we got test run dry stems over here. We got test run wet stems, and now we got test run dry stems. So we good straight. We should have two folders: one test run wet stems, one test run dry stems. And what we're gonna do now is come back into Fruity Loops, FL Studio, and you're gonna get your beat. This is the beat that I had, and what we need to do is we need to bring it down here. Normally you already have it on the tracks when you get to this part, but I didn't have it there, so I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna make sure they all in order. Look, that's strap 1, we're gonna say stem, that's stem 3, stem 4, name them stem 5. That's just what I'm gonna call them from right now, but them really tracks, you know what I'm saying, whatever beat you can put on there. That's 7. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna give them a color, because I'm gonna do random color just because I'm just doing anything right now. Show you what to do. Give them colors right there. Now we're gonna come down here to these, and we're gonna hit this button right here and bring them all down. Make sure that we got that straight right there. Now we got each beat is on each sound that we made is on a different track now. And there you go, track 1 all the way to 7. Now come up here to file. Now get up to file. We're gonna export them all as separate tracks, separate stems. I'm gonna do in a wave file. So we're gonna do a wave file. I'm gonna go into where I put it, and I'm gonna name it this beat. I'm gonna name this beat test run. Oh, I spelled that wrong, but I'm not going back right now. I'll do that later, because I'm gonna show y'all what it was. But this is test run wet stems. I'm gonna come down to the folder, go to test run. We're gonna find the wet stems. We're gonna click that, and we're gonna click save. We're gonna put test run the wet stems over there, and we're gonna save it, and we're gonna run over here. But up at the top, what you gotta do is make sure, very important, that it's on leave remainder for wet stems. Leave remainder. And that way it won't cut it off. Leave remainder. I'm doing a wave file, so it's gonna need. It's a 16-bit. I do a lot of 16-bit, but it's the slower it is, the better it is. But we're gonna go 24-bit for this wet stems. That's 24 bits for the wet stems. Then you come down here and you want it on split mixer tracks, because you want to split them up, and you want to have enable inserted effects. You want to have that, clicked, both of those. Keep that for wet stems. Then click start. Let that run through. It's gonna save. Go to the folder. Then what you want to do is come back over here, and you want to get your dry stems. So you want to say export wave, the same wave file. Go up here to the top, and what you want to do is name it. We're gonna name it test run dry stems. Test run dry stems. Go to the folder. We want the test run folder, dry stems folder right there. Save it. When we click save, it's gonna, all right, we want the same thing. Leave remainder, we're doing the same thing. We're going this wave again. We want 24-bit, we saving that the same. Only thing that's, we're gonna split mix the tracks. Only thing that's gonna change is we're gonna enable inserted effects. So we wanna click that to turn off all the effects that we put in there, and then click start. Get that done. Hey. Now we come over here. We got test run wet stems. We got test run dry stems. Both of them inside of there. We want to come over here. We want to compress that file. Compress that file real good. Then we want to go over and compress the dry stems. Now we want to compress the wet stems. Go down to compress test run wet stems. We got that. And now we got test run dry stems, test run wet stems, and we ready to send. Email. Let's go, baby. Deepayne on the beat. Hit me up.